This is a demo of the Chronos time tracking tool. The intent behind Chronos is to make it as painless and as fast to enter your time and your projects as possible. It does not make any attempt to integrate with any other systems. The beginning and the end of Chronos is make it easy to dump your time in here so context switching is less painful. So I want to give you a demo of what it looks like to enter time, how you can get the data back out, and some of the interesting data that it gives you. So creating projects is done here. So you can have a project with delimiters for different levels. For instance, I'm working on ABC and I'm creating an estimate. That's my overriding task. I need to review BD materials. I created a rough draft and it took me about that long. So when I create it, a log entry is put here on the left-hand side, and then a summary is created on the right-hand side. Let me give you a couple more entries so it makes more sense. So yes, I'm going to do some more work here. I'm going to upload rough draft to box. And let's add another project in here. We're gonna work on XYZ. And we're gonna do stuff things. Okay, so here you can see there is a log entry for each of the things that I've done on the left-hand side. But on the right-hand side, it is a summary of all the things that I've done. So my total hours for ABC is 0.98. And the 3 tasks I've done are all summarized here. I didn't really do anything for XYZ, but it's recorded here as well. The spans have your start and your finish time, how long it took. This icon here represents how many portions of an hour that you did. You can't quite see it, but the corner here is gray, so this isn't quite a full hour. As opposed to here, you can see there's almost an entire full hour. It also has a list of all the tasks that you did. There's 3 buttons. The first one allows you to edit, so if you flubbed your time or you had a typo, you can correct those things. You can delete it if you wanted to, and you can also repeat it. So let's say that we're working on ABC creating estimate, and then somebody comes to talk to me about XYZ for 0.43 hours, and then I want to go right back to where I was with ABC. I didn't finish uploading the rough draft to box. I want to go right back to this. Instead of re-entering all these fields, I can hit the repeat button and it does it for me. Similarly, the create and repeat button has that same functionality of leaving you where you were. So if I click create here, it clears everything out. But if I'm working on this and I click create and repeat, it will create the entry. Let me just give it a couple minutes here. It will create the entry and leave me where I was. So here you can see it recorded my 0.51 hours and left me as I was at. You can also, of course, enter time on multiple days. I want to do that before I show you the week summary. So let's say that we did some more work on ABC, but instead of ABC creating estimate, it was ABC discovery. Discovery meeting. Those things go on forever. Okay, so now when we look at the daily view, we only have the one item, which makes sense, but you can see the weekly view has all 3. So, here you can see, so the progress bars for the projects represent the relative weight. So about 75% of my time, well, 73% of my time for today has been spent on ABC creating estimates. But across the week, ABC creating estimates is only 35% because I spent so much time in discovery the next day. So the weekly view shows you, again, your weighting, your total hours, but the weighting is compared to each other. And that's what these are here. These are the same thing. This is a weekly view. This is a daily view. If we look at tomorrow, you'll see that 100% of my time is spent on ABC discovery because that is the only thing that I did. So that makes sense. The projects have a total time spent. They have an icon that represents, again, how much time that you spent as well, same idea, and the spans. So you'll notice that these have a copy symbol. The hours and the tasks have a copy symbol, so you can copy them into your clipboard. Let's see what else. The weekly summary also has a goal towards your week, so you can see that we've done 3.33 hours, or 8% of our weekly goal. This is your daily total, so you can see that we're 20% through our daily hours. There's also settings where you can change a few things. So you can change the delimiter. So right now, these things are actually stored with a colon. So there's a colon in here, and that's what allows it to be automatically detected as a segment within the project list. It's set to use decimal hours, but you can change this to minute hours. So you can see this is 9 minutes. If I set it back to decimal hours, it's 0.15 hours. You can also round to the nearest quarter hour. So you can see here, this was rounded up 0.1 hours to 1.25. This one was rounded up to a half hour at a cost of 0.07. And you can see the same thing applies to the weekly view. So you can see over the course of the week, how much have you accumulated? Of course, same thing is here is done with the weekly goal, with the rounding and telling you what the offset is, and also with the daily goal. So settings. So yeah, you can set your hours per day and your hours per week. This next part is a little bit important. So the data that you're recording is only stored in your browser. This is a website, but it's not actually stored on a remote server. It's only in your browser. If something happens to this browser and that data is lost, your data is also lost. But at the same time, it also means that your data never left your machine. There's no remote system that might have information about what you're working on. So for instance, your projects or your tasks might have sensitive information in them. Because this is all local, it never leaves your machine. It's never transmitted anywhere else. You don't have to worry about some third party having access to sensitive information that you're recording in your time entry. So you can export a backup if you want to. I do so periodically. You can also import a backup. So let's say that you are switching browsers from Firefox to Chrome. You can export from one and import the other. You can download a CSV in case you want to review any of the materials. And you can delete all your data if you're feeling squirrely. And that's it. Thank you.